Come on out. It's useless to hide from a fiend.
A fiend? A real demon?
Well, just look at all of you crawling out of the woodwork.
You really are a demon.
What are demons doing in Forest Land?
Huh? We're in Forest Land?
Wow, this is awesome! I've never seen a demon before!
You think this is a safari? Surround them! We can't just stand by and let these filthy demons invade our home!
Oh boy, not this again. Don't tell me you guys are part of the Forest Land Army too. Nah, doesn't matter. If it's a fight you want, I'll give you one.
Watch out! Demon touches you, be cursed.
Just parroting that Effie guy? Typical Forest Land Army goon. Yeah, take this!
No! He touched me! It's all over! This is the end for me!
Quit your whining! We have to protect our country! We can't let these despicable monsters corrupt our home!
Say that again, you little...
Wait, Prince!
Old man! Thief!
Looks like you ran a little wild.
Ha! That'll teach him to mess with the Fiend Prince!
I say they could do with more punishment.
Please, I beg you, forgive them.
And who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Longo, their commander.
He helped me end Thief when we washed ashore. We owe him.
Huh.
My apologies for my youthful comrade's rudeness, Prince Beelzebub.
Longo, how can you bow your head to a demon?
That's enough, Udo. Your disrespect toward our guests beggars belief.
Guess? You mean these demons? You're not thinking of recruiting them to the Resistance?
The Resistance?
Come, let us discuss this further on the way. My sincere apologies, Mr. Beelzebub. Many in Forestland fear demons, I'm afraid.
Don't worry about it. That's nothing new. Take that! Yeah, so far so good! Take that! Yeah.
Visibility's poor. If you wander around without a plan here, you're just asking to get lost.
Yeah, have to know where you are to get where you're going.
But getting lost would be more of a fun adventure. You guys are Anne's resistor buddies, right? Those Forest Land Army creeps kidnapped her.
Yes, Mr. Rao and Mr. Thief told me as much. Our scouts are monitoring Rosetta's tank brigade to try to determine the princess's location. Once they discover where she was taken, we will devote all our forces to the task of freeing her.
Take that! Here we go! Here we go.
Thank you!
Wonder what we'd find if we drove the hovercraft across the sea.
I don't know, but you can't do it in a hovercraft. It'd break down before long, and you'd be stranded.
Maybe let's ditch that idea. Look at those forest soldiers hanging around over there.
We don't want to be seen. That said, we can't always evade them.
Great! Charging right at them is more my style! wonder what we'd find if we drove the hovercraft across the sea.
I don't know. But you can't do it in a hovercraft. It'd break down before long, and you'd be stranded.
Maybe let's ditch that idea. Here we go. Whoop! Here we go.
So there are ruins in Forestland too, are there?
Then we've got to go check them out.
By the way, who are you exactly? You seem to be very well informed.
I'm someone who failed to protect his kind and just king in his time of need. The most I managed to do for him was flee with his young, innocent daughter. Just a feeble old man, really.
I've been wondering. Coups don't happen out of the blue. Pulling one off requires careful planning. Were there no signs?
No. They may have had their differences, but Bread always held deep respect for King Jam. No one ever would have expected him to take such drastic measures.
What exactly was Bread hoping to achieve through his coup d'etat? Anne thought he just wanted to seize more territory for Forestland, but is that really?
Yeah, that's something the four of us would like to know more about too!
The swimmers? What are you doing here?
What was that about how you'd never join forces with us?
Or that line about how we'd never meet again,
You pipe down! Are you gonna turn down a request from an old comrade?
Huh? So this old man was in your band of thieves?
No! I was in the rebel army!
You mean to tell me you're that Longo?
That's correct, General Shiva.
I know how formidable an enemy you make. I'm glad to have you as an ally instead.
The reason he was so strong is because he had us swimmers on his side!
Papa, your face is all red.
You keep quiet, Sonny! Now, tell us what Bread's up to.
His goal is to gather up the last 5 extant aquanium capsules in the world. And use them to restart Garum, the Flying Fortress.
The Flying Fortress?
The former Peachy mothership, which landed in Flatland so many years ago. After being modified for battle, it's said to have been the world's most powerful warship. It's unclear how much of this is true. But rumor has it that it took only 3 days for its terrible weapons to send Flatland, the world's wealthiest, most advanced nation, to the bottom of the ocean.
So, it's better than even Zeyu's fortress?
Without a doubt. If its capabilities require 5 times the aquanium to power.
What will they do if they ever manage to get it working again?
Well, Bread will have the power to bring the world to its knees.
To hell with that! After breaking free of one oppressor, I'm not bending to another!
I share that sentiment, which is why we...
Longo!
Excuse me. It seems I have urgent business to attend to. I will probably be occupied for some time, so why not rest up in the meantime?
We'll take you up on that. We're awful tired from swimming here.
Let's make the rounds of the camp. We should take the chance to gather whatever intelligence we can.
All right.
Okay.
Hey! Good.
Yes?
Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Sorry about earlier.
A laudable attitude. Cowed by the prince's might, are you?
Don't get ideas! I'm apologizing only because Longo told me to.
Are you apologizing or trying to pick a fight?
Sorry!
Okay, I think that's enough. By the way, do you know anything about the Flying Fortress Garum?
Well, I'm just a new recruit, so I can't say I know much. Udo says activating it would be like restarting the war that nearly destroyed the world 50 years ago. I have a hard time seeing it as some terrifying doomsday weapon, but if Udo says so...
So it's capable of destruction that would make the bomb that all but wiped out the Peachy look like a firecracker. Urgh.
What?
Oh, hello.
Here we go.
I'm not speaking with demons.
Whoop!
Okay.
Oh, you're those demons from before. Remember me?
Not really. It's pretty hard to tell all you humans apart.
So demons have difficulty distinguishing humans, do they?
What are you doing? Taking notes?
Well, you know, knowledge is power, especially for wimps like me.
If you're weak, what are you doing in the Resistance?
I'm a royalist. I want King Jam back in charge of this country. Everyone here would say the same.
And that's reason enough to lay down your life for him? I'll never understand humans.
Fascinating. So demons struggle with the idea of self-sacrifice. There.
Why, that's not true at all. I'd gladly give my life for King Lucifer.
What about for me?
I suppose I'd at least lay down my whiskers for you.
Okay, probably should have seen that coming.
Bien, where's Longo?
What's wrong? You look agitated.
We found the princess.
What? Say no more. Longo's in the command center.
Heard that, Prince? Let's go see Longo.
Sure. Here we go.
Yep.
You said you found Anne?
Yes. Rosetta's tank brigade has stopped at End Mill Base, to the northeast. The Resistance will set out in pursuit with all possible haste. If you're willing to lend us a hand, please head to the base as well.
Here we go.
This place is overflowing with creatures you'd never see in Sandland.
The different climate in this region inherently results in a different ecosystem.
Does that mean there could be totally different kinds of demons here too?
Well, I don't know about that. Visibility's poor. You wander around without a plan here, you're just asking to get lost.
Yeah, have to know where you are to get where you're going.
But getting lost would be more of a fun adventure. What kind of stuff do you think people usually eat around here in Forestland?
With all these trees, I'd imagine fruit is a major part of Forestlanders' diets.
One down. What kind of stuff do you think people usually eat around here in Forestland?
With all these trees, I'd imagine fruit is a major part of Forestlanders' diets. Probably fish as well, given the easy access to the sea and rivers.
Really different from Sandland then. Hey, old man, any tips for fighting in bots?
I wouldn't call this some big secret, but predicting your opponent's next move will give you an advantage.
Like reading their mind?
Hey.
Here we go. Nice to have actual roads after Sandland's dirt tracks.
That's because they're well looked after.
On the other hand, well-defined routes make for easy ambushes. You can find all sorts of things on the side roads here.
If no one ever comes by, it never gets picked up after all.
Wait, how did all this stuff get there in the first place then?
Fell from the sky, maybe?
I knew you would come, Mr. Beelzebub.
You really did show up, huh?
Got a problem with that?
What's the situation?
As bad as it could get.
Supreme Commander Brett just arrived at Enmill Base.
We believe he's there to take custody of Anne.
A missing princess suddenly returns a decade later. I can see how that would merit the attention of the Supreme Commander himself.
What happens if he does take her with him?
She'll become a figurehead to prop up the legitimacy of Bread's rule, or else a scapegoat to turn the people against the Royalists. Either way, she'll be nothing but a pawn.
We have to get the princess back sooner rather than later.
The base has been on high alert since Bread's arrival. We stand no chance if we try to take them head on. Mr. Rao, how would you approach this problem?
Simple. Divide and conquer. We have the bulk of our forces draw the enemy's attention, while a small crack squad sneaks in to save Anne.
I was thinking the exact same thing. But who to choose for the stealth operation?
You want a crack squad? You can't get more crack than the swimmers.
Yeah, for swimming. You want a crack fighter? You come to me.
We don't have time to argue. I'll choose the teams myself. Mr. Rao, will you command the infiltration team?
Of course.
Ha! See?
Lango chose Shiva, not you.
And not you either.
We can't delay a moment longer. It's time to move out. Udo, Horto, stir up a racket to draw the enemy's attention.
Yes, sir! Ah, I thought for sure we'd get the starring role this time.
We're heading out.
It's odd that few people seem to live around here, considering how resource-rich the place is.
My guess is that most of the terrain is too rugged to build sizable settlements on. So as a result, whatever towns do exist must be densely populated.
Wonder what we'd find if we drove the hovercraft across the sea.
I don't know. But you can't do it in a hovercraft. It'd break down before long, and you'd be stranded.
Maybe let's ditch that idea.
We'll attract too much attention if all three of us move together. Let's split up. Prince, we'll use your telepathy to communicate.
Okay.
And don't you dare suddenly go, ah, in our heads to make us jump.
Yeah.
Comrades in arms, proud defenders of our beloved forest land.
Who's that?
I am your supreme commander, Fred. It has now been 10 years since King Cham was seduced by a wretched thief
saw me.
into betraying
Gotta
our
be more
father.
careful.
Long have we waited for our king to come to his senses, but to no avail. Though the king himself still has my undying respect, he remains spellbound to this very day. Trapped in his own mind, he is but a walking corpse. And a nation of the living cannot be governed by the dead. We need new leadership, a new monarch. And who is worthy of the throne, they ask.
The Supreme Commander!
The faith of my fellow soldiers.
Well, it goes.
My heart. Alas, love of country and martial strength alone make not a king. What is more, our beloved forest land now faces an unprecedented crisis. A Sandland fiend disguised as the woman we knew as Queen Lily is to blame for corrupting our king.
Gotta be more careful.
Supreme Commander Zayt, the honorable leader of our nation, has been deposed by another such fiend. Worse still, the entire royal army now lies in that.
Gotta be more careful.
I am sure you do not need me to explain what that means, but let me be clear. This creature of pure evil will deviously manipulate.
At least that was sort of fun. He's just making up lies.
My wise comrades, I am sure you require no explanation. But the one quality our new sovereign must possess is the power to combat and vanquish fiends. And as luck would have it, we know he is more than capable of such. For he is the same hero who struck down the fiend that beguiled our former king. Our king will be none other than our champion, the valiant Munir!
That's Neo? You mean my sis lost to that? This has to be some kind of mistake, for sure. Well, glad I cleared that up. Gotta go find Am now.
Brave soldiers, you have my sincere thanks. The people have spoken, and I have listened. If you insist on making me your new king, then who am I to refuse?
Huh? Man, what sweet rides!
For 10 years,
Can't wait to try them out.
refused to claim the title
But
of
guess
king
now
for
isn't the
himself,
time.
insisting he is no more than a steward of the throne. But now, at last, he will wear the crown. And we shall do battle with Sandland once again!
Oh man,
We will hold the coronation at once, and when the crown rests upon my head, I will declare war on Sandland! We will finally put an end to that wretched kingdom and all its evils!
And if we let them, they'll use Anne to get that war they want so badly.
We gotta find her, now.
Prince, over here!
It's locked. Can you open it?
Not a problem!
You came! Aren't we supposed to share an emotional hug or something at times like this?
Ew, gross!
All right, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Wait, can we stop by the command center?
The command center? What do you need to go there for?
I overheard some soldiers talking. That's where the Aquanium radar is.
Really? That's well worth a visit then.
I object! The command center must have the heaviest security in this whole base!
Not while Brett and Muniel are busy giving their speech. Right?
That's over-optimistic, but there won't be any better time.
Then, let's go!
Thank you, BLs.